is that I got back from watching Quarantine. That movie is a fucking abomination. It's horrible. I'm serious. Like, not only are we stuck in this rut now, ever since Cloverfield, which wasn't that good in the first place, we've gotten to this rut where people are ripping off Blair Witch, people are starting to rip off Cloverfield, and so now they're taking like every possible avenue they can of doing this POV camera horror thing like it's the newest thing, when it's been done. It's played out already, and it wasn't that good an idea to begin with. It's unrealistic, it's pathetic, and look, worse yet, it falls into this trap where it's remaking a Spanish movie, which will undoubtedly hit DVDs pretty soon. It's called like REC, whatever you want to call it, like record. And believe it or not, big shocker, the remake is inferior to the original Spanish version. Even the Spanish version wasn't that good. And you know what? I'm going to spoil the whole movie for you. But don't take offense at that, and I'm not being provocative in any way. I'm not like shattering any of your perceptions or like really stepping out of line, because you know what spoils the movie already? The trailer! The trailer gives away the entire ending. You know what else gives away the entire ending of the movie? The poster! They put the ending of the movie on the poster. That's it. They all get dragged into the darkness and die. How do you do that? How do you get away with that? But I'm just going to tell you in general how the movie goes, in case you don't already know. It's about this crew of a really, really boring like late night TV show that shows you the nightlife of certain professions, kind of like how things go on while you sleep. So this particular one is following around a group of firemen. So they go respond to this medical distress call into this really rundown apartment building. And of course the building is infected with zombies, rage zombies. The rage zombies being, of course, what you get when you watch too much of 28 Days Later, when you have really pissed off people running around at full speed and chewing on your lungs. So, of course, this movie is a gigantic ripoff of 28 Days Later and Cloverfield. That's basically the pitch for this movie. So the firemen, of course, get completely decimated, and the film crew is our point of view. So basically, we're following around the cameraman as he runs around and documents this entire thing. So as soon as the outbreak happens, the CDC, in an amazing display of efficiency and speed, which is unknown to our government at this time, they show up and they quarantine the entire building, and they shoot you if you try to escape. So you're going, okay, that's not a bad setup. You know, if you've got a halfway competent director, you know, some makeup, I mean, you could shoot this movie on basically no budget because you can't go outside. It's all interior locations. You just need some zombies running around. Whatever, it's fine. And that would be true if you didn't have a POV concept with the fucking camera. And I'll tell you why. The camera is fucking irritating. It's just all over the place. I don't know why in these movies they feel the need to shake the camera like you've got fucking Tourette's, or you're standing on a fucking, like a paint mixer, the camera's all going around. So, you know, half the entire movie is them doing this. We gotta get out of here! We gotta run! No, go! Oh, woo! Woo! It's all like that. I mean, I don't know. I know you're under stress and you're being chased by rage zombies and you wouldn't be able to hold the camera steady. But that's my point. In that situation, you would never be dragging around a camera. Like, my camera weighs maybe a pound, you know, and that's with like full battery, full tape. The thing is, though, they're shooting a TV show. This is a camera that actually shoots on like full-size tapes. This camera probably weighs like 25 pounds. It's the kind you have to carry on your fucking shoulder. It's got a viewfinder. There is no way you would ever carry around a camera like that in the middle of a rage zombie outbreak. It restricts your vision. You have to keep both of your hands occupied, and this guy is running up and down flights of stairs like a bastard. He's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Of course the camera's going to shake. Drop the fucking camera. I mean, there's documenting the evidence for future generations, and then there's having your hands free to fend off a fucking zombie as he's trying to chew your nose off. I guess there's two people who watch this movie. The people who can get over that, and the people who can't. I can't. You know, with Cloverfield, at least it was kind of a small camera. You could strap it to one hand and run around. You didn't have to worry necessarily about zombies. You know, if you see Godzilla, you're not going to fight Godzilla off, so you figure, why not? I'm going to hold a camera. But zombies, man! And that's the other thing. The characters in this movie, it's almost like the director didn't want to use the Z word. Like, at all times, we cannot possibly use the zombie word. We can't say that. So, at all times, the characters are completely clueless as to what is going on around them. They're like, what is that? What's wrong with him? Like, he's sick. And of course, the characters are like, and they're shambling towards you, and they all confused, and they start biting your esophagus. And the characters are like, what do we do? What's wrong with that guy? Zombie! I don't know why the writer of this movie didn't trust. It's like, there's no way these characters would possibly know that's a zombie. There's no way these characters would be able to piece this together and act appropriately. Let me tell you something. As soon as I see a guy who fell down 3 stories of stairs, landed on his neck, shattered his legs on the way down somehow, after being chewed on by a psychotic rabid grandma, and I'm serious, that happens, but I'll get back to that. As soon as that guy gets up from being, like, comatose, and he starts walking on his shattered, compound fractured leg going, as soon as that happens, everyone in the fucking room should point at that and go, zombie! Get him! But they're like, he's not well, he needs to be sedated. Fuck that shit. Put 2 in his 10 spot. So, anyway, what happens is they go to see this grandma. The grandma is, of course, a zombie. And I'll excuse them at first for suspecting that she's just ill, she's just crazy, she's just senile. Then the lady starts chewing on the guy's jugular vein. The cop goes down like that. And so, of course, the cop is now infected. So they subdue the grandma, they start treating the cop. They don't know it's zombies yet. I'm rolling with that. So they go downstairs, and the people are outside going, what the fuck's going on? Why are there people outside? Well, I mean, why are they, what's going on with grandma? She's talking crazy. And so then all of a sudden, the fireman buddy falls down like 4 stories, breaks his neck. He's pretty dead. So what I don't get about that, and you have to see the movie to kind of get what's going on here. When that happens, what happened up there? Did Grandma silently subdue a 220-pound fireman, throw him in a cobra clutch, drag him out of the room to the stairway without him making a noise, throw him over the stairway? Again, he falls without making a noise, breaks his spine, and then runs back in the room real fast and plays dead? Is that really what you're selling me happened in this movie? I never got that. Okay, so people are starting to freak out. The animals in there, there's a rat that attacks the cameraman and he steps on it in one of the funnier moments. But anyway, they start gathering the people together. And by now they're beginning to suspect there's something a little fishy about these people. So they gather everyone in the same room to start discussing what to do, because they can't leave the building or they'll get shot. And so they're like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Why? And they're not using the zombie word, of course. So the cop gathers everyone together and tells everyone to be calm, and they'll resolve this right away. And of course, he's giving the let's everybody be calm speech in a room with, I shit you not, the same room where there are 2 gravely injured and or dead people in the room. One of the guy has, he's got his jugular spurting. He's like, oh my God, please help me. And the other guy, the fireman with the shattered limbs and the bones sticking out, they got all the people in this room, and they're like, let's everybody be calm. And the fireman, of course, is going, brains. Yeah, let's everybody be calm. In fact, let's keep everyone in the same room with the infected people. And if this is not a big mystery, they know there's an illness going around. They know there's some kind of infection. They're not saying zombie, but they know something is fucked up. So they got them all in the same room with the infected people. That's good administration right there. I like that. So by now, the veterinarian character, he's like, it must be rabies. And I'll buy that. Okay, it's a rage virus, but let's just say it's really fast-acting rabies because everyone's frothing at the mouth. So like, we need to get everyone together and start seeing if there's survivors who haven't been gathered yet. Like, who hasn't reported in? So they start taking a roll call, typical horror movie stuff, where they're like, we need to search the building top to bottom, make sure there's nobody hiding out, nobody who's sick needs help.